I'm joined by Graham Fudge of the Mazda UK PR team. Graham is, of course, PR director. And Graham, tell me first, why did Mazda choose aircraft for its events, and why choose aerobatics?
Well, the Mazda brand's all about excitement. It's about fun. It's about enjoying your driving, and it also stands for the emotion of motion. And you can't really get a more emotional experience of motion when you're flying an aerobatic aeroplane. You spend so much time in three dimensions, climbing, descending, rolling, looping. It's just a huge amount of fun, and that's what Mazda's all about. You know, particularly our sports range, the MPSs and the MX-5 and the RX-8. They're all about having a huge amount of fun in your car.
So how did Mazda PR get into aerobatics, and particularly getting into bed with Ultimate High, based in Gloucestershire?
Ultimate High are a fairly unique company, and Ultimate High are very, very professional in what they do. They use ex-military pilots, and the experience that you get is unlike any other experience you can get in any other sport or any other area of aviation.
So what exciting plans has Mazda got up its sleeve this year, and have you got any new models in the pipeline at the moment?
Yes, we have. I mean, obviously, we've got the Mazda 3 high-power diesel, 143 PS. We also have the Mazda 3 MPS Aeropack. We have CX-7 later on this year, which will then be followed by the new Mazda 2, which was unveiled at Geneva earlier this year.
And tell us a little bit more about the MPS with the Aeropack on it.
Well, the thing about Mazda is it tried to develop an MPS brand which was fairly understated. Mazda 6 MPS is very much like a businessman in a sharp suit, but with an athletic body underneath. And Mazda 3 MPS also went down that rather understated route. And Mazda 3 MPS is the fastest, most powerful car in its class. What it doesn't look like is a traditional hot hatch, and the UK market does have a tendency to like its smaller hot hatches to look like they are hot hatches. What we've done is we have developed a pack, the Aeropack, which is available at a slight cost, which gives you a bigger spoiler, different wing mirrors, and lowers the suspension by 15 millimeters.
So I'm with Mark Greenfield at Ultimate High, based at Kemble Airfield in Gloucestershire. And Mark, tell us a little bit about the company that you run here, and also about yourself.
What we do is give people with no flying experience, or with very little flying experience, the opportunity to fly the world's top performing two-seat competition aerobatic airplane themselves. And that's really the highlight. I think people love going for rides, they love being thrown about, but to actually put this very impressive piece of machinery through its paces yourself, and to drive it yourself or to fly it yourself, is really what people get a huge buzz out of. But the big thing about what we're doing here with you guys is giving people the opportunity to have a hoot and a roar in a very exciting piece of machinery.
So you've had military training before you took this on as a career. You know exactly what you're talking about, yes?
That's the plan, yes. All of the instructors here, and we've got 35 instructors now, are ex-Air Force or ex-Fleet Air Arm. All of the guys have been fast jet pilots, and now they're mostly driving airliners for a living. And obviously, when you're used to the excitement of operating military airplanes, getting into a civilian airplane really isn't very interesting. And so the instructors, like myself, come here to fly for Ultimate High because it's a huge amount of fun for us as well. Yeah, in many ways, that kind of summarizes the whole Zoom ethos. The fact that the people are coming here to do it. It's the journey. It's the excitement of getting there, the thrill of the chase almost. And that's part of the reason why we think it's a very strong tie with Mazda.
So Mark, the extra 300 aircraft that you fly here out of Kemble is almost the sports car of the sky. You must really enjoy flying that on a daily basis. I mean, how does that compare to driving to work in, let's say, a Mazda?
I think it's tough to compare them directly. The big thing about flying the extra is you're operating in three dimensions, and obviously that third dimension of the vertical you don't really get in a car. However, I think it's fair to say that the great thing about flying the extra is the experience, the enjoyment of the journey, and in many ways that's similar to driving a Mazda.
What does Zoom mean to you?
Zoom to me means not taking the shortest way there. It means taking the long drive home. It means taking a road or taking a journey that you don't have to take, but you're doing it because you're enjoying the journey itself. Whether it's flying an X300 with Ultima High, whether it's driving a Mazda, it's doing it for the sheer pleasure of actually, you know, undertaking that journey. You don't necessarily have to get there, or maybe you do have to get there, but just getting there isn't the sole purpose of what you're doing. It's how you get there and the buzz you get out of getting there.
Ultimate 30 at Bravo 3, ready for departure.
Ultimate 30, are you ready immediate?
A-firm 30.
Take off at your discretion, surface wind 090 degrees, 07 knots, aircraft from base.
Take off, Ultimate 30. Are you ready? Ready. Here we go. Okay, sails coming up. Now we can see where we're going.
November 3, November Whiskey, touch and go at your discretion, surface wind 090 degrees.
Up to the right, okay? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rotating. Whoa! How good is that? That is fantastic. And that's how we like to depart from the airfield. That is a brilliant way to do it. Far better than the girls' way. Just going to show you a wing over now. This is like a big U shape. We pull up and roll to the left. Go gently and gracefully over the top. Bit of fluidity over the top. This is my lookout turn. I know that's Captain Farm over there. That's Stroud over there. And now we're going to look at the barrel roll, okay? So I'm going to fly a barrel roll. You just put your hand on the stick and follow me through on the controls. Okay. This is the 2G manoeuvre around the outside of the barrel. It's sustained G, and if you like this, then we're going to have a look at the loop. The nose goes very high there. We're rolling and pitching at the same time. Wings level through the wings inverted position. That's nice. And just squeezing out 2G all the way around. Nice and gentle. How was that? That was brilliant. That's good, and that's 2G there. Roll the wings level. Like that. Am I really flying this thing? You really are. My hands, you'll see in the camera that my hands are up in the sky and you're flying. Okay, so roll steeper to the right now, Chris. Squeeze the nose forward a little bit because you pick the nose up a little bit there. And squeeze back on the stick now. So squeeze back hard on the stick. Back hard. A little bit harder. That's nice. The wonderful thing about this airplane is there's a great sense of freedom. You know, you really feel at one. And to me, this is part of the whole zoom thing. It's the thrill of the journey. It's where getting there is as much fun as actually, you know, the destination itself. And this great feeling of freedom, the sense of being at one with the machine and the elements is what really does this for me.